We asked this question, I guess, basically the start of every presser. Why Charlotte? Why here?
Look, the MLS, it's a big growing league. When the option came up to come to Charlotte, I looked into it a lot, and the city and the fans of the club really suit me. I love playing for the fans and a good environment, so I'm just keen to get out there.
Was there a point during your last club season at Adelaide where you thought this could be the year that I make a jump to a different league, to a higher level league?
Yeah, I think definitely when I went to Adelaide, it was kind of the next step in my career to get some consistent minutes, and I'm grateful to them for giving me the opportunity. And yeah, towards the end of the season when I started hitting good form, I thought definitely it was an opportunity to take that next step.
What do you feel like has changed about the way MLS is perceived? We hear a lot from the guys who are of the British persuasion, but how do you think it's perceived worldwide, and particularly in Australia?
I think you have a lot of international players that come here, and that boosts the league a lot. When I came here, you look at the likes of Messi in the league, you got Wilf here. It's a good stepping stone for younger players to come as well, because they get the opportunity to learn off those people. So, it's really exciting.
You're only the second Australian signing at Charlotte. Riley McGree was here early. Do you have a relationship with him? Did you talk with him about it?
He actually took the same pathway as I did, from Newcastle to Adelaide to Charlotte. Hopefully I'll get more minutes than him, because he didn't actually play, but I haven't really come across him too much. But yeah, he's an exciting player too.
In terms of your style, I know that they've said a lot of different things about you. How would you describe your style of play?
Very direct, in behind, always in the box. I always look to get in on the end of things. A natural goal scorer, ability to be in the right areas at the right time and just finish it off.
And Dean has said that he wants you to compete with Idan, and you saw what he's done so far for Charlotte, so you saw what he did on Saturday. How enticing is that, but also how collaborative is that relationship going to be?
Yeah, definitely really good. It's always good to have some healthy competition. We'll get the best out of each other, I think. And yeah, you can see his form now. He's doing really well, so I'm going to keep pushing, and we'll get the best out of each other, I think.
And what culturally about, we asked this with Harry on last week, but what culturally about America excites you the most?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, the people are pretty good. Everyone's so welcoming. So yeah, really, really happy and been welcomed by everyone.
Coming in, it's like who have been your role models, like that you try to shape your game after?
As a goal scorer, I've always looked at Haaland. You can see he's a natural goal scorer, and that's something I pride myself on, his goals. I like to get in the box and on the end of things, and I think he's someone who's at the highest level for that at the moment.
Any others? Because the physical profile is very different between you and Erling.
Yeah, well, as an Australian, we have the likes of Mitch Duke. We have Adam Taggart who scores goals, and I've always looked up to them in the A-League and shaped my game off them as well.
And what teams do you follow? Who's your favourites in EPL, or if you have one, or wherever?
I've always been a Liverpool fan, so yeah, since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. And you were injured in the last game of the regular season. In the last campaign, it kept you out of that first playoff game. Are you 100% now? Yeah,
100% now. I was lucky enough that it kind of came towards the end and went into off-season and had that time to really build myself back up. And I had like 4 weeks back in Adelaide in pre-season and built myself up to a point where I'm feeling 100% now. And coming in here, it's really exciting.
Have you bonded particularly with anybody on the current roster now that you're hanging with or talking to more than others?
Well, I'm sitting next to Ashley and Bill in the change room, and I've got along with them very well. But all the boys are really welcoming, and had some good conversations with a few.
Do you and Bill have rugby conversations?
Yeah, we have a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
With that, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Archie, I'm Carol Walton with the Charlotte Ledger. Welcome.
Thank you.
I read you were a fan of Craig Johnston. Is that right?
Yes, Craig Johnson.
So he played before you were born, right?
Yeah.
So how did you latch on to his legacy, I guess?
So yeah, I've always been a Liverpool fan. He obviously played in Liverpool and had a great career. He also lived in Newcastle, where I'm originally from.
Okay.
So I met with him a few times and did a few interviews with him, and just learning his story was great for me, because it showed what he had to go through to get to the highest level. And I'm someone who's had setbacks just like him, and wants to uses that to have resilience and get to the highest level. So yeah, he's a great guy, and I'm really grateful that I know him.
His end of his career was pretty devastating, right? It was
Yeah.
to take care of his sister.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
Well, he might be living through you now, maybe. Your parents, your family, are they okay with this? You know, what's the situation there?
Yeah, for sure. You know, mums are always hard to let their kids go overseas, especially this far. But yeah, she believes in my character, and I'm someone who strives for the best. And coming over here, she knows that yeah, I'm going to be at my best and be happy, and keep in contact with them. And yeah, they're really supportive of my football. So
How many you have siblings?
yeah, I've got 2 younger brothers.
Two younger brothers. They play soccer?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the
offensive-minded like you, or?
yeah, they're both attackers. They're in the academy in Newcastle Jets. So
Okay.
What ages?
18 and 16.
Okay, well, there's some family, I don't know, backyard shenanigans.
Yeah, there's always been.
Always been. Okay. I'm just curious, moving here or coming here, do you have jet lag for about 3 weeks before you feel normal? Like,
Oh, to be honest, the first week was tough. Just the sleep, because it's complete opposite. But yeah, I feel great now, and yeah, all sweet.
how many hours of flight? Like, did you fly through Europe or?
So I went from Adelaide to Sydney, and then Sydney to LA, and then LA to Charlotte. So it was about 24 hours of flying. Yeah. So
Sydney to LA was how long? Like
15 or 16
15?
hours.
Do you just
Yeah.
sleep and watch 1,000 movies?
Yeah, literally.
Okay. And I think I also read about this. I don't know if it's right. The Osgood-Schlatter syndrome. Is that something?
Oh, I had that when I was really young.
Okay.
Yeah, haven't had problems for,
Okay.
for 5-6 years now.
Okay. So that just coming into your body and being fully grown kind of got you past that?
Yeah, well, when I started professional football, I was only 14, 15. So it was a big step really quickly. And those growing pains, I was still growing. So there were a few little pains I had here and there, but yeah, got on top of them pretty quickly.
Okay. Well, I need to know the story behind the mustache, because, you know, we're channeling Vincent Boone, but I think you had it before him, you know, or?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I don't really have any thing to do with a mustache. It's just
Okay.
thing I've kept. So
Yeah.
everyone seems to like it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Archie, Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1. Welcome to Charlotte. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the U.S. You talked about your natural goal scoring. You're a natural goal scorer. That you're feeling how you play, but you don't mind getting into the 6 and being in there. Is that a state of mind? Is that something you were coached? Because that's kind of it's a dirty area where, it's tough in there, and you have a knack of finding the ball and being able to punch it home. Is that something you always wanted to do? Were you coached that way? Where does that come from?
I think a lot of coaches in the past have told me you can't really teach a natural instinct to be in the box and be in the right areas. You just have it growing up, and there's not really, you can't coach it into a striker. I think they've just always got it, and I think that's something I've always had, being in the right areas. Whether it's a sense of, it could be just my senses are always to have a sniff, get in the box and score tap-ins, but a goal's a goal. So yeah, that's pretty much how I've kind of gone about my game.
As you've been working your way in with this group, are you noticing that you found some outstanding guys to help you get the ball in that area? Guys that are on the wings that are feeding it towards the middle.
Yeah, definitely watching them train. You got Wilf on the wing. He's always got that ability to just create something out of nothing. And as a 9, I can't wait to get out there and link up with those boys, because there's going to be so many opportunities for me to get on the end of it.
You're almost looking to childhood. You're salivating at that, aren't you?
Yeah.
When you look around the guys that you'll be working with, I mean, you've already touched on Wilf and everything, but what are you seeing for that forward group and how you can kind of mesh in and fit in with these guys?
I think, yeah, I'm always, with me being in the box all the time, I'll absolutely work hard, whether it's a 50-metre sprint, 60-metre sprint, I'll get in the box for them. An early ball could go in behind for a winger, I'm going to be there. That's where a lot of my goals came from when I was back in Adelaide. So yeah, very exciting.
Do you notice similar play styles between the A-League and MLS, or does it look, I know you haven't been in it yet, but I mean, does it look different to you?
I think from watching, it's very transitional. We have a lot of transition in the A-League. There's turnovers, and you have to be physically capable of being able to run and work hard. And I think this league is similar in a way. There's obviously some technically better players, but yeah, the spaces are there, the transition's there, and I think that fits my profile perfectly.
Last one for me is, well, what's the biggest misconception about Australia that people have said that you say that's not true?
Oh, we don't ride kangaroos around. I've had a few people ask me that, and it's just not true.
Thank you, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I know your number was taken when you got here, so you chose number 7. Any significance behind choosing that?
Not really. I think as a kid, being young, you always want number 9, number 7, number 11 as an attacker. So when the option was there, I was pretty keen on taking it.
You're joining this team at a pretty high time, 6 wins in a row, and obviously only 8 games left. How much do you feel maybe the pressure to be on? You know, it's not like you're joining them at the beginning of the season. You're joining in a playoff push.
Yeah, look, I'm ready for anything. I'm always someone who's ready to get out there, and if I get thrown in the deep end, I'm ready to take that with 2 hands. So it's a good time of the season. I just want to give everything I can for the club in this remaining bit of the year, and yeah, just excited to get out there.
And do you know when your visa appointment is yet?
I'm not too sure. Hopefully it can be pretty soon.
Steve, then we'll go back to Mike.
And by the way, I'm Steve Goldberg with the Charlotte Post. Has it always been soccer for you? Because Australia and the U.S. are very similar in how the sports developed, with American football being the top of the heap here and rugby being king in Australia. Did you play other sports, or was it always the soccer channel?
I think when I was really young, I played a bit of rugby league. I'm not sure if it's played too much here, but it's pretty big in Australia. It's a lot of tackling and everything. Mum didn't want me to play it because it's high risk of injury. But yeah, as soon as I picked up a soccer ball, it was always that. I think I played it since under 5s, under 6s, and went all the way through the academy program at the Newcastle Jets and into the first team. And it's always been football or soccer. Yeah. And
are you in the national team program with Australia now?
I'm in the under 23s setup. So every opportunity that I get with them, want to be involved.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike, why 3.5 years on the deal?
To be honest, it's...
Here, and then next 3, is that...
well, half here and half this season, and then 3 after that. So.
And then you were talking about, you mentioned like stepping stone. If things are going well here, would you want to jump somewhere else? I mean, do you have aspirations to play in Europe, or could it be that you could be here long term?
I think definitely. When I went to Adelaide, it was the same kind of feeling. It was a stepping stone to make it even further, because I've got aspirations of making it to the highest of levels. I didn't realise how quick it would happen from going to Adelaide. My contract there was 4 years, and I was out in a year. 3.5 years here. It could take 2, it could take 3, it could take the whole 3.5. Every time I'm representing the club, I'll be out on the pitch and working my hardest, and everything else will take care of itself.
So hopefully Arnie Slot has an Apple TV subscription.
You and Idan Toklomati are the same age, similar profiles. Have y'all kind of sized each other up a little bit? Or are you friendly, you know? Are you kind of looking forward to competing with each other in a way?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to competing with each other. As I said earlier, it's just it's healthy competition. I think you need that in a change room to get the best out of players, and I think that's something that's gonna really push each other in the coming years.
You have respect for what you've seen from him so far?
Definitely, he's got an ability to score goals. That's what a number 9 has to do, and yeah, he's doing really well at the moment. So really happy for him.
Thank you.
We'll wrap up with Rebecca on Zoom.
Hi, Rebecca with Soccer Sheet. So I have just 2 quick questions. So you mentioned that you played rugby. Do you follow any specific teams, or are there other sports that you follow?
Yeah, so followed rugby league since I was a kid. Actually support the North Queensland Cowboys. I don't know if you've heard of Jonathan Thurston, but he was kind of the player I watched growing up, and he's got a good kick on him. So yeah, always supported them, and yeah, still hopefully if I can find a TV streaming service that has it here, I'll be watching them.
Awesome. And then a follow-up that Soccer Sheet has kind of asked a lot of the players is, what are your comfort foods, and are there places in Charlotte that you're wanting to try, or are you like still kind of trying to feel out Charlotte for right now?
To be honest, still trying to feel out Charlotte at the moment. I've been to a few Italian restaurants and steakhouses just for the time being, and yeah, enjoyed it so far. So if you got any recommendations, let me know.
Definitely Cookout. You have to get a milkshake. Is probably the one that I will tell you about now. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Can you get Vegemite here?
And
I don't think so. I've never been a fan of it, to be honest.
we'll go to Jorge on Zoom.
Hey, welcome to Charlotte. I had 2 from you. What impressed you from Charlotte and convinced you to come here, whether it's like the pitch from the front office or fan atmosphere you see online?
Yeah, I think their play style definitely suits my build as a player. Very direct and in behind at times, and I think as a 9 I'll stretch the line a lot, and that's something I'll look forward to fitting in pretty quickly. And yeah, the pitch from the people above was, the facilities here obviously a lot different to what I'm used to. Having the resources around me, and the players around me are also going to give me get the best out of me, and I can take things from different areas and players and learn off them as well, because they've played at the highest level. So it's very exciting, and I'm just looking to grow.
I love that. And then my last one is thoughts on the playing in turf here. I'm here in Bank of America Stadium. I know that's sometimes like a concern from foreign players. Yeah,
look, we had turf in Australia for when I was growing up. We actually trained on turf a fair bit. You know, there's never going to be bobbles or anything. So yeah, it's exciting. I've stepped out on there and felt the pitch, and yeah, it feels really good. And I'm just keen to get out there and play on that stadium, because yeah, the atmosphere the other night from watching was outstanding.
Thank you so much, man. Love to have you.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to earn the top spot at Adelaide?
Pretty much pre-season, just yeah, battling out.
Stepped right into it.
Yeah. So I wasn't starting at the start of pre-season, but yeah, I set my mind to it, and I wanted to be starting by round 1, and yeah, got in there.
Did they have a clear number 9 at that point, or were you brought in to like fill that spot?
They did at the time. He was a young player. We're both similar ages, and yeah, it was kind of just the idea of it I got was we're pretty much competition to earn that spot, and yeah, I pushed myself to the limits to get it. So
Excellent.